We will begin with accounting revision today, and let me tell you that it's only a revision session, not a knowledge session. Already some knowledge should be there in the subject to understand the revision. Okay, sir, first time புதுசா படிக்கிறேன் அப்படின்னா it's not possible for you to understand certain things. But if you have some knowledge on that particular topic, you will be able to get the grip, number one. Number two, sir, I've got a zero knowledge on a particular topic. What to do? Maybe you can, go through that later. Anyhow, I'm going to provide the recording also. You can go through that particular topic later. But this revision session will be useful only when you prepared already something about the topic. Some knowledge should be there. For example, if it is rectification of error, at least you should know what is rectification. Only then you will be able to follow what is the rectification of error kind of a thing. That is number one. Number two, many people misunderstand that revision session means these questions will come in the exam. These questions will come in the exam. No. In CA, no question is repeated. Nobody can give what question paper will come in the exam. That is CA exam. Let it be foundation or inter or final. Will they ask question from average due date? Yes. But will it be the question from ICA material or classroom workout or revision material? No. Numbers will change, but the concept is same. Will they ask a question on rectification of error? Yes. Will they ask a question from non-profit organization? Yes. But will it be the same problem that we solved in the class or revision class? No. Clear concepts are repeated, but problems are not repeated. So I'll ensure that I'm giving focus on the areas where you require for examination kind of a thing. Certain topics like basics, journal, ledger, trial balance, those topics I'm not taking into consideration because they are fundamental in nature, and students normally by going through plus 1 and plus 2 books or the regular class itself, you require that particular thing. So, I'm not going to revise that particular area. Which area? The basics like what is concepts and convention, what is a journal, what is a ledger, etc. Okay, the question is tested starting from this area. Which area? Capital versus revenue. What is a capital expenditure versus what is a revenue expenditure? So, what is a capital expenditure? What is a revenue expenditure? Based on this, questions are asked. Okay, you can go through or read the notes later. This is a regular classroom notes only, but still listen. What is the capital expenditure? What and all is the capital expenditure? It will just take 1 minute for you to recollect if you have learned. Otherwise, also just listen. Anything that gives long-term benefit. Anything that gives long-term benefit, more than 1 year benefit. Number two, anything that is of purchasing an asset. Purchasing an asset. Huge sum is involved. Money involved will be larger amount. Money involved will be larger amount. Okay. Revenue expenditures give benefit for the current period, but capital expenditure give benefit for the future period. Then, for example, you are purchasing an asset. Any amount spent before the asset is put into use. Any amount spent before the asset is put into use is a capital expenditure. Anything spent after the asset is put into use is a revenue expenditure. For example, you are purchasing a machinery and installing it. That installation expenses, what will you do? You will charge it in P&L account or you will take it to asset? You will take it to asset. Okay. So any expenditure that gives us what? The benefit or for longer period and spent before the asset is used. For example, you are doing construction upgrading. All expenses in construction. What do you mean by all expenses? Right from planning charges to construction charges to first time pending expenses, all of which expenditures? Capital expenditures. Okay. So before the asset is put into use, it will become what? Capital expenditure. Listen, capital expenditure also will become revenue expenditure on one day. How? For example, last year you purchased the machinery. We claim depreciation on the machine. Depreciation is capital expenditure or revenue expenditure? Purchase of machinery is a capital expenditure, but depreciation is a revenue expenditure. Simple. Out of capital expenditure, some portion we will take it as what? Revenue expenditure each year. For example, if life is 5 years, we will write off depreciation for 5 years under SLM, right? So each year we charge depreciation. That depreciation becomes which one? Revenue expenditure. So out of capital expenditure, some portion is taken as what? Revenue expenditure. But revenue expenditures are revenue expenditures only. It will not become which one? Capital expenditure. So that particular part you should know. What is the revenue expenditure? What is the revenue expenditure? It's a recurring in nature. Amount involved will be small. Benefit will be less than 1 year. and it is charged in P&L account. It is charged in P&L account. They are nominal accounts. They are nominal accounts. Capital expenditures are real accounts. Capital expenditures are real accounts, but whereas revenue expenditures are nominal accounts. Okay, those things we have done in the regular class also. Next, what is the deferred revenue expenditure? I spend the money like revenue expenditure only, but benefit alone for 3 or 4 years. For example, we whitewash this building, the benefit will be for 3 years. Once in 3 years we whitewash. That whitewashing expenses is a capital expenditure or revenue expenditure? Painting expenses, whitewashing expenses are which expenditure? Revenue expenditure. Since the benefit is for more than 1 year, a revenue expenditure whose benefit is more than 1 year, we call it as which one? Deferred revenue expenditure. But as per accounting standard 26, even revenue expenditure will be charged to what? Revenue. Even revenue expenditures will be charged to revenue. Then, what is the revenue receipt? Anything that is a benefit from a business, which is occurring repeatedly, which is charged in the P&L account, which is taken to which account? P&L account. Clear? Short-term benefits, which are recurring, which are charged to P&L account, which are taken to which account? P&L account. What is a capital receipt? It will have either two impacts. One is sale of asset or borrowing money. Sale of asset or which one? Borrowing money. Why do we classify this capital expenditure, revenue expenditure? Simple. All capital expenditures are to be taken to what? Balance sheet. Revenue expenditures are to be taken to P&L account. Okay. So that is the purpose of classification. Okay. We will see some examples so that you will understand better. Problems for practice partner. It is there in your handout. Certain questions I have given with solutions just to save the time, and certain questions are without solution. Certain things we will solve it in the class, certain things you will do it at the home, kind of a thing. So the first problem is basic one. So I've given with solution everything. What is the first one? State whether the following are capital or revenue or deferred revenue expenditure. First one. Capital 7,500 spent on machinery purchased and installed. Is it capital expenditure or revenue expenditure? Why capital expenditure? Before the asset is put into use. Before the asset is put into use, it is which expenditure? Capital expenditure. Then, take this. Heavy advertising cost 20,000 spent on launching the company's new product. Heavy advertisement cost 20,000 spent on launching company's new product. Revenue expenditure. Revenue expenditure. Only when they give you benefit is for more than 2 years, more than 3 years. Now you take it as what? Deferred revenue. Is it given as benefit is more than 2 years? Is it given as benefit is more than 4 years? Heavy advertisement expenditure also, it is which expenditure? Revenue expenditure only. What they should have said? The benefit is more than 1 year. You would have taken as what? Deferred revenue expenditure. It is a revenue expenditure. Next. Rupees 4,200 paid for servicing the company's vehicle, including, actually the solution is tougher. Okay, it's a revenue expenditure only. Next. Rupees 200 paid for servicing company's vehicle, including 50 for changing the oil. Now, are you doing repairs or improvement? Are you doing repairs or improvement? Improvement. Service the repair or improvement. Repairs. Change oil change pandrathu. Changing oil. Repairs. So repair expense are which expenditures? Revenue expenditures. Construction of basement costing 1,95,000 for factory premises. You are constructing an asset. It's a capital expenditure. Solutions are there directly, so no need to note anything. Question number 1, 2. Okay. Paid a bill 10,000 to Kumar, who is engaged in erection of engineers to set up an automatic machine costing 20,000 for the factory site. Why are you paying this amount? For installing an asset. For installing an asset. So, purchase of asset, installation charges, any amount spent before the asset is used, which expenditure? Capital expenditure. Then, incur 26,000 expenditure on varied advertisement campaigns undertaken yearly on a regular basis during peak festival seasons. Every year you are doing this advertisement on peak festival seasons. It's a recurring expenditure, revenue expenditure, revenue expenditure. In accordance with long-term plan to provide a well-equipped labor welfare center, 90,000 is being budgeted allocation for the current year. It's a construction of labor welfare center, building. Construction of a building is which one? Capital expenditure, because it gives what? Long-term benefit, long-term benefit. Question number 3 for me. 350 was spent on repairing a second-hand machine which was purchased in 8 June 2006.
Revenue expenditure.
Repair expenditures are which expenditures? But it is second-hand machine purchased on 8 July 2016. Actually, 8 July 2026, 23. Make a change. This is 8 July 2023. There is a date error. 8 July 2023. 8 July 2023. So we start for the year ending 30th June 2023. It doesn't matter. If you purchase a machinery second hand, if you do immediate repairs, that is which expenditure? Capital expenditure. Sir, already I am using a machine. If I do the repair work now, 5-6 years back I purchased. If I do the repair work now, revenue expenditure. If you purchase machinery, immediately you do repair work, expenditure. Then rupees 200 paid for acquisition. All these things are which expenditure? Capital expenditure. Next part. A sum of 500 was paid to compensation to employees who were retrenched. What do you mean by retrenched? Some employees are not working properly. You are sending them off, just paying some 200 rupees. Ask question. Is it a long-term benefit one? Is it resulting in an asset? Is it a huge amount involved? Is it benefiting for more than 1 year on the money? No, it's a which expenditure? Revenue expenditure. Revenue expenditure. Then rupees 150 paid for carriage of goods purchased. Goods purchased, revenue expenditure. Carriage of goods purchased, revenue expenditure. Revenue expenditure. Carriage inwards. The trading account trading inwards. Next. Rupees 20,000 customs duty paid part of import of machinery for modernization of factory. 6,000 of import duty for purchase of which one? Raw material. There are two things you are paying. One is which one? For import of machine. Another one is import of material. For import of machinery, whatever you pay, that is which expenditure? Capital expenditure. Import of machinery, capital expenditure. Import of purchase of raw material is which one? Expenditure. Then rupees 18,000 interest accrued on the long-term loan applies to used for construction of building and purchase of machinery. However, the production has not started. The production has not started. We are paying interest for construction of building, purchase of machine. Production started. The amount is spent before the asset is put into use. The amount is spent before the asset is put into use. It's a pre-construction expense. Which expenditure? Capital expenditure. Capital expenditure. Fourth question. 50,000 received from the issue of shares, including 10,000 by way of premium. The company is issuing shares and collecting premium. Issue of shares, borrowing money, taking loans. Are they benefits of the business? Are they benefits of the business? No. You are getting money. You are getting money from shareholders. Getting money from shareholders, is it income? It's a liability. Share capital, where it is recorded? P&L account or liability side? Liability side. Share premium, where it is recorded? P&L account or liability side? Liability side. Otherwise, taking a loan, borrowing money through debentures, are they recorded in P&L account or liability side? Liability side. It's a capital receipt. It is a capital receipt. It is a capital receipt. Then, purchased agricultural land for a mill rupees 60,000. 500 is also paid as land revenue. Purchase of land for a mill, 60,000. 60,000 is which one? Capital expenditure. This land revenue paid. Land revenue you have to pay every year. Like a property tax money you have to pay every year to the government. How much? 500. That is revenue expenditure. Next. 5,000 paid as contribution to PWD for improving roads for sugar producing area. What is it? Contribution to PWD for improving roads in the sugar producing area. Wait for it. Are you constructing the road? Are you giving money to the government for laying the road? You are giving money to government, public work department for laying the road. Okay. Is it your asset? But the road is your asset? No. No. Road for the sale or some money could go for improving the road. Is it giving long-term benefit for you? Is it an asset for you, first of all? No, it is a revenue expenditure. It is a revenue expenditure. Revenue expenditure. Next, fourth question. Rupees 40,000 paid as excise duty for sugar manufactured. You are paying for purchase of asset, or are you paying for production of goods? Production of goods. Production cost of goods, capital expenditure or revenue expenditure? Revenue expenditure. If you pay anything as part of production cost of goods, it is which one? Revenue expenditure. Then, rupees 70,000 spent on construction of railway slading. What do you mean by railway slading? For example, let us assume we are running a cement industry. Cements are bagged and loaded in wagons and transported. So, the railway slidings you are constructing to ensure that the cements are loaded easily. Okay, what is it? Construction, it will give a long-term benefit. It will give a long-term benefit. It's a capital expenditure. It's a capital expenditure. Then, question number 5, Paran. State clearly how will you deal with the following? Redecoration expenses. It can be a marriage hall or a cinema hall, anything. Decoration or redecoration expenses, which one? Expenditure. Reason is short-term benefit, recurring expenditure. Installation of a new wine bar. Expenditure. Building extension of a club dressing room. Extension. Why? Because it is extension results in improvement. Capital expenditure. Purchase of wines and spirits. Revenue expenditure. Revenue expenditure. Purchase of VCR and TV to be used in club lounge. Expenditure. Capital expenditure. Because it's a long-term benefit one. Wines and spirits are raw material or goods purchased. That is which one? Revenue expenditure. Question number 6. Extension of railway tracks to the factory area. Okay, from railway station to your factory area, you are putting that particular railway tracks. Why? Because so that the wagons can be brought in, the goods can be loaded and sent to the railway yard or railway station, so that the goods can be shipped easily or moved easily. That is which one? Capital expenditure. Why? Because long-term benefit. Next, wages paid to machine operators. Is it for installation of machine or operating the machine? Operating the machine, regular production cost, it is which expenditure? Revenue expenditure. Installation cost of new production machine. Capital expenditure. Materials for extension to foreman offices of the factory. We are constructing offices. We are constructing offices. Further, we are buying material. Now that is becoming which expenditure? Capital expenditure. Rent paid for the factory. It's not purchase of factory, just paying the rent. Paid for usage. Then, revenue expenditure. Next, payment of computer time operator to our new stores controlling system. What are we doing? We are paying to an operator. We are paying to an operator, like a system operator, we are paying wages, salary. What is it? Revenue expenditure. Wages paid to all employees for building foreman offices. Capital expenditure. What is the reason?
Because it is
It's a fixed asset, long-term benefit. Fixed asset and what? Long-term benefit. So this is about capital revenue expenditure. So from this you can expect about 3 to 4 marks in the exam. Capital revenue expenditures. They can ask you. Suppose they ask you reasons. See, sometimes they don't ask reasons. Suppose they ask you reasons, you would write a 1-line reason, not 4 lines reason. For example, what is the reason you would write for this? Wages paid for own employees for building foreman offices. Number 1, it's a capital expenditure. Then what is the reason you would write? It gives a long-term benefit. It's a long-term benefit. It is an asset. Like the 2 lines explanation sufficient. No need to write 4 or 5 lines. This one. An extension of railways tracks in the factory area. It's a capital expenditure. It gives a long-term benefit. It's an asset. So taken as which one? Capital expenditure. Okay. Simple. While you classifying capital or revenue expenditure, ask question. Is it resulting in an asset? Or the asset part. Second, is it giving long-term benefit? Okay, is it resulting in an improvement or in extension? Okay, is the money spent before the asset is put into use? Okay, is the money involved is huge? Is it like an asset or goods? So, if the question is yes, answer is yes, it is capital expenditure. If it is no, short-term benefit, revenue expenditure, maintenance expenses, nominal accounts, production cost, all these things are which expenditures? Revenue expenditures. What about loss on sale of asset? Loss on sale of asset. I've discussed all these things. In the exam, they've given a question. Loss on sale of plant and machinery. Ask question. Is it giving a long-term benefit? Is it resulting in an asset? You're selling an asset at a loss. Okay. Is it related to improvement or extension? Is it related to, for example, pre-acquisition or construction? No. The answer is no. It is which expenditure? Revenue expenditure. Since because it is loss on sale of machinery, don't call it as capital expenditure. Capital expenditure now it should result in what? Asset. Okay. Sometimes they will give you loss on sale of investment. What is it? Revenue expenditure. Suppose if they tell you purchase of investment. Purchase of investment. Capital expenditure, we invest for long-term benefits. Okay. Sometimes they will give you land purchased. Capital expenditure. Land purchased by a real estate promoter. Land purchased by a real estate promoter. For a real estate promoter, land is like a stock in trade. Land is like a stock in trade. It becomes his expenditure. Revenue expenditure. His business is buying and selling the land, buying, converting into plots and selling them. Or, for example, purchase of flat by a real estate dealer. Purchase of flat by a real estate dealer. They are buying and selling. That becomes a revenue expenditure. Revenue expenditure. Purchase of machine. Whatever purchase of machine kuduthirukkom, what will you do? Capital expenditure. Purchase of machine by a dealer. Dealers and buying and selling of machine. Now that becomes which one? Revenue expenditure. So revision notes plus your regular materials will do this particular chapter. Now, in this chapter, if you have come across any difficulty in solving ICI material problem or any material problem, or if there is any doubt in your mind, please ask me, I will clarify. So I have come across this particular question. There is a doubt in this. During revision session, I will ensure that I am addressing that. Or I have seen this adjustment. It is treated in the books like this. Okay, if there is a doubt like that, please ask me, I will clarify. In the chapter, basic chapter, there is no, or there should be no doubt based on that. Next. Cash book preparation part, we will come to that later. First, let me do my area, then Bachchan sir's area. Either he will do or I will come back and do kind of a thing. Okay. But Bachchan sir has asked me to do rectification of errors. Which one? Rectification of errors. I will do rectification of errors. Okay. Before I will go in detail in this chapter because the weightage of this chapter is around 6 marks. In the exam, rectification of error is tested for about 5 to 6 marks. Minimum 6 marks you will get question based on rectification of which one? Errors. What is an error? Unintentional mistake. With an intention if you do, that is called as fraud. Okay, without intention if you do, that is called as which one? Sir, தெரியாம தப்பு பண்ணிட்டேன்னா error. Of course, fraud பண்றவங்க அப்படிதான் சொல்லுவாங்க. But fraud can be differentiated. Intention can be definitely identified. That is a fraud. We are not here to rectify fraud. We are here to rectify what? Errors. Errors only can be rectified. If it is a fraud, okay, that is your auditor's job later on, where you will try to recover money from the people. Fraud நாவே என்ன லாஸ் ஆயிருக்கும்? Book entry la mistake irukuma, cash la mistake irukuma? Cash. Why do you do fraud? There will be some cash mismanagement. Some cash will be used by somebody in some form. Okay, we are not here to do that. We are just here to what? Rectify the error. Errors, the first one is errors are which one? Omission means omitting a full transaction or what? Partial transaction. Errors of commission means simple. If you don't understand the principle properly, there is error of principle. I will come back to the error of commission later. Error of principle, now the personal real nominal accounts are clear. When you interchange and record, that is called as what? Error of principle. For example, wages paid to Kumar. What is the entry? Wages are converted to cash. But if you put Kumar converted to cash, that is called as what? Error of principle. You are purchasing machinery. Instead of machinery, when you debit purchase account, instead of real account, you are debiting nominal account. Now that is called as what? Error of principle. Okay, for example, loan taken was taken as income. Loan taken was taken as income. Loan is a personal account. Income is a nominal account. That is called as what? Error of principle. And the golden rules of accounting. Personal, real, nominal accounts interchange பண்ணி record பண்ணா, that is called as what? Error of principle. Error of commission, simple. All clerical errors. All clerical errors. Sorry, I totaled wrongly. Or page or total I put wrongly. Or I carry forward wrongly. Instead of X account, I debited Y account. Instead of posting in debit side, I posted in credit side. Okay. I entered the correct account but a wrong amount. X account I should post 1000, but I posted only 100. Y account I should have recorded 5000. I recorded in Z's account. So clerical errors, wrong totaling, wrong carry forwarding, overcasting, undercasting, here posting in the wrong ledger, all those things are called as what? Errors of commission. Compensating error, நிறைய பேர் சொல்லுவாங்க, sir, balance sheet tally ஆயிடுச்சு, but solution is wrong. Why? Balance sheet is tallied, okay, but solution is wrong. For example, while preparing final accounts, you can see closing stock appears outside the trial balance. Okay, if you omit closing stock, we don't record it in trading account as well as in what? Balance sheet. Whether your balance sheet will tally? Yes, your gross profit will be affected because of that, and asset will be affected because of that. So asset balance will be less, and your which one? Gross profit balance will be less. Automatically balance sheet will tally. Balance sheet will tally. That is called as which one? Compensating error. One error is offset by what? Another error in the money. But whether accounts will tally, yes, arithmetically correct. But I mean, conceptually, logically, it is wrong. Okay, for example, she paid wages for her workers 50,000 rupees. But while passing journal entry, she passed the salary account to cash. What she paid? Wages 50,000, but she recorded as salary. Okay. Ask question, is it an error of omission? Recorded, journalist recorded. Number 2, is it an error of principle? No. Wages also nominal account, salary also what? Nominal account, she recorded. What is the mistake? Error of commission. Instead of wages account, she recorded in which account? Salary account. Simple. Whether your trial balance will be affected, trial balance may not be affected, number 1. But your gross profit will be affected. Your gross profit will be affected. Wages in the account, trading account, but you recorded in which account? P&L account. So this is called as compensating error. This is called as which one? Compensating error. One error will offset what? Other error. Okay. So this one you could have seen in detail. Let us go through. Before we go through, maybe in your classroom you would have learned in a different way. But for revision purpose, let me take, when you identify error. For example, I am giving you transactions of my company to you. I am giving transactions of my company to you. Transaction means purchase, sales, wages, rent, like that. Okay, you have to pass journal entry. You have to pass journal entry manually. Then you have to post them in ledger. Then you have to prepare trial balance and check. What do you check? Debits are equal to credit. Okay, prepare journal, post in ledger. Apna enna pannum? Tally the ledger, then prepare the trial balance, then check whether debit is equal to credit. Debit is equal to credit, you have to check. Debit is equal to credit, you have to check. Then you prepare P&L account, then prepare what? Balance sheet. When will you identify error? Sometimes we posted in ledger. After posting, we'll identify, oh, we should not have posted in this ledger. We'll strike out and write in another ledger. Okay. Before preparing the trial balance, we'll go for a good scrutiny. Whether we recorded transactions properly or not. Okay. Trial balance prepare பண்ணதுக்கு முன்னாடி we'll just go through whether we have recorded the transaction or not. That's an error. We have not recorded this 5,000. What will you do? You will rectify the error. So sometimes errors can be rectified before trial balance. Errors can be rectified after trial balance, means before preparing final accounts, or it can be rectified after preparing what? Final accounts. Okay, simple. If the errors are rectified before trial balance, two-sided errors. What do you mean two-sided errors? Errors affecting two accounts. Errors affecting, yes. Errors affecting, take the minute. Errors affecting which one? Errors affecting which one? Two accounts. Errors affecting two accounts, you will pass a normal journal entry. What is the normal journal entry? For example, let us assume wages paid for installation of machine. debited to wages account. Sorry, debited to wages account. Rupees 5,000. Okay. What is the wages paid for which one? Installation of machine. Debited to which account? Wages account rupees 5,000. What is the error? Should have debited which account? Machine account. But you have wrongly debited which account? Wages account. This is called as which one?
Two-sided.
Two-sided errors. For two-sided errors, you just pass a normal journal entry. What is the entry you will pass?
Machinery to
Machinery account data or to which account?
wages.
Wages account. Why machinery account we debit?
Because it is
It
capital.
should be debited to machine. It should be debited to machine. Machine will debit पर don't know have we debited? No, recorded no. What was wrongly debited? Wages credit to rectify. Credit to rectify. For two-sided errors, okay, we'll pass journal entry. We'll pass which one? Journal entry. Okay. Same thing we will do if it is rectified after trial balance also. If it is rectified after trial balance also, we will pass which one? Journal entry. If it is after final accounts also, we will pass what? Journal entry. Errors affecting two accounts, we will pass which one? Journal entry, whether it is rectified before trial balance, after trial balance, after what? Final accounts. But listen, since accounts are closed already, which accounts are closed already? Trading P&L account and which one?
Balance sheet.
Balance sheet is closed already. Nominal accounts are taken to trading P&L account. What do you mean by nominal accounts? Purchases, sales, salary, rent, wages, all those things are recorded in which account? Trading P&L account. Otherwise, they died in trading P&L account. They died in which one? Trading P&L account. So, in the place of nominal account, in the place of which account? Nominal account, we'll use which account?
Profit.
P&L adjustment account. We'll use which account? P&L adjustment account. So simple, this error, if it is rectified before trial balance, what is the entry? Machinery account it out to wages. If it is rectified after trial balance,
Machinery to P&L.
machinery to wages. If it is rectified after final accounts, என்ன பண்ணுவோம்? Machinery account it out to which account? P&L adjustment account. Maybe in a classroom you would have learned in a different way. Before trial balance separate, after trial balance separate, then after final account separate Mari. Let us compare and learn so that we will remember even after exams. Okay. So simple. For two-sided errors, what do? We pass a journal entry and rectify. If it is before trial balance, okay, machinery account it out to wages. If it is after trial balance also, same. After final accounts, in this, what is a nominal account? Wages is a nominal account. Machinery account it out to which account? Maybe don't copy all these things. We'll have sufficient problem to go through. Pay attention. Salary paid rupees 30,000 was not recorded. Was not recorded means not recorded in journal itself. What is the entry will pass if it is before trial balance? Salary account data. It is an error affecting two accounts. Not posted not salary not posted not. Okay. Salary account data to cash. If it is after trial balance, salary account data to cash. If it is after final accounts, instead of salary, we use what? P&L adjustment account data to cash. So simple. For two-sided errors, what do? Pass a journal entry. Then, okay. For errors of partial omission or errors of commission, what do you mean by error partial omission?
One side.
Only one side of the transaction is recorded. Only one side of the transaction is recorded. Okay. What do you mean by errors of commission? Entering a wrong amount. Entering in the wrong account. Or posting in the wrong side. Wrong totaling, all those things. Simple. Partial omissions affect only that account. Partial omissions only that affect that account. Adjust that account. That's all. You'll write a sentence. We'll debit salary account, debit rent account on the money. You'll just adjust that account. Don't use suspense account. Don't use which account? Suspense account. Because errors are rectified before what? Trial balance. Okay, once again, if error is affecting only one account, whether ledger is closed or not closed. Before trial balance, now ledger is closed or not closed? Ledger is not closed. Just adjust that account. Don't use which account? Suspense account. If it is rectified after trial balance, now we will use which one? Suspense account. We will use which account? Suspense account. Simple. Here also we will use which one? Suspense account. Suspense account. Certain examples let me to give you so that you will understand better. Okay, before trial balance, after trial balance, after final accounts. If I give you some examples so that you will understand better. Number one, pay attention. Sales rupees 40,000 was not recorded. What is the journal entry you will pass before trial balance now? Cash account data. Cash account data to which account? Sales account. How much? 40,000 you will record. If it is after trial balance, what is the entry you will pass? Same entry you will pass. Cash account data to sales. If it is after final accounts, cash account data to which account? P&L adjustment account. Wait, one more example let me to give you. It's for one-sided error. Salary rupees 45,000 was not posted in ledger. Which ledger? Cash ledger or salary ledger? Salary ledger. So it's an error of commission. Error of commission. Or error of omission. Error of commission. Omission. Omission da better. Omission da better. Number one. Wait. Number two. Is it affecting one account or two account?
One account.
Only one account. We'll just write debit salary. Debit salary rupees 45,000 if it is before trial balance. If it is after trial balance, what will you do? Salary account data to which account? Suspense account. Salary account data to suspense account. If it is rectified after final accounts now, instead of salary, you use which account? P&L adjustment account data to which account? Suspense account. So it's a clear-cut difference. Clear? Before trial balance now, don't use which account? Suspense account. After trial balance now, it's an error affecting only one ledger. Use which account? Suspense account. Why suspense account? Trial balance is not tallying. Now we will open which account? Suspense account. If it is after final accounts, use suspense account. But since salary is a nominal account, we use which account?
P&L adjustment.
P&L adjustment account. Okay. Look at this error. Withdrawal column of cash book. Withdrawal column of cash book is overcast by 23,000. Do they mean cash column or bank column? Withdrawal means withdrawal word edukku use பண்ணுவோம்? Personal drawings. Personal drawings they will use the word. Okay, withdrawal. Money drawn from bank. Money withdrawn from bank. Withdrawal column of cash book means which side? Debit side or credit side? Okay, what is the journal entry when you withdraw money from bank? Cash account data to bank account. Cash account data to bank account. Okay, so if the withdrawal column means bank column, credit side now. Bank column which side? Credit side. It is overcast or undercast? Overcast. Overcast means we have put more amount. We have put which amount? More amount. How to rectify this error? Credit side, we have put more amount. How to rectify this? When you want to remove ledger from credit side, what to do? Debit. So if it is before trial balance now, debit bank column or debit bank account with rupees 23,000. If it is after trial balance, what will you put? Bank account data to suspense account. Bank account data to suspense account. If it is after final accounts also, any nominal account involved in this? No. If there is no nominal account, same entry will come. Nominal account, what will you do? You will use which account? P&L adjustment account. P&L adjustment account. We've got sufficient example to go through. Just as of now, listen. Pay attention. Fourth one. Pay attention. Sales rupees 24,000 was recorded as purchases. rupees 26,000. What is the error? Error of commission. Sales and purchase are nominal account. That's interchange பண்ணல. Nominal accounts are record பண்ணிருக்கோம். But income expense record பண்ணிருக்கோம். What is the correct entry? Sales account data to which account? Data's account. Sales account data to data's account, correct entry. Recorded கொடுத்திருந்தா. Is it recorded or posted? Sales rupees 24,000 was recorded, means recorded in journal proper. Recorded in which one? Journal proper. If it is posted now, it affects only which account? Sales account. It is recorded in journal itself wrongly. This is the correct entry. But what is the wrong entry they passed? Tappa pass பண்ணிருக்கோம் நம்ம. நம்ம தான் தப்பு பண்ணிருக்கோம். Very good. Data's account data to sales. Data's account data to sales. தப்பா என்ன பண்ணிருக்காங்க? Purchases account data to which one? Creditors account. This is the wrong entry they passed. How to rectify this? Simple. What has been done wrongly, you have to reverse it. How to reverse it? Purchases to creditors, எப்படி reverse பண்ணுவீங்க? Creditors account data to which account? Purchases account. Creditors account data to which account? Purchases account. This is to reverse the wrong entry. What is the correct entry? Data's account data to sales. So rectification entry will be creditors account data, data's account data to sales account to which account? Purchase account. Wait பண்ணுங்க. Why creditors account data to purchases? To eliminate the wrong entry. Why data's account data to sales? To put the correct entry. This is before trial balance. If it is after trial balance also, same entry will come. If it is after final accounts now, what entry will change? Data's account data, creditors account to sales and purchases. Instead of that, what will you do? P&L adjustment. P&L adjustment account.
Even sir, why can't the correct entry be cash to sales?
It can be, you can assume that as cash sales also, nothing wrong with it. If it is specified as cash sales, you can assume another way you can write. We can assume, no issues. Suspense account because wait, is there a mistake in sales account and purchase account, or is there an error in recording the transaction? Recording means recording in journal proper itself, which means both debit and credit got affected. Suppose rupees sales 24,000 was posted in purchase ledger. அப்போதான் என்ன பண்ணணும்? Suspense account use பண்ணணும். Here, both debit and credit aspect of the transaction got affected. Okay, here sales rupees 24,000 is given as was recorded. Recorded means where? The journal entry itself you made a mistake. Journal entry correct entry is which one? Data's account data to sales. இதான் பாஸ் பண்ணிருக்கோம். பட் தப்பா நீங்க என்ன பண்ணிட்டீங்க? Purchase account data to which account? Creditors account. இந்த மாதிரி போஸ்ட் பண்ணிருக்கீங்க. So how to rectify this error? This should be removed. How to remove this? Cancel it. Creditors account data to which account? Purchases account. This should be recorded. Data's account data to sales. If you combine these two, creditors account data to remove the wrong, data's account data to put the correct one, to sales to correctly record the sales, to purchases to remove the wrong debit given. So if it is before or after trial balance, same entry will come. If it is after final accounts, if it is after final accounts, use which account? P&L adjustment account. Use P&L adjustment account. Don't copy all these things. We've got sufficient examples. Go through that. Example 1 part. Rectify the following errors, assuming that errors were detected before the trial balance. Before the trial balance, after the trial balance, and what? After the final account, like that, the wordings are used. Okay. Look at what is the first one? Purchase of land 10,000 was wrongly passed through which account? Purchases account. What is the mistake?
Capital expenditure.
Plant should be debited, but wrongly what was debited? Purchase was debited. How to rectify this? Debit what should be debited? Plant account data to which account? Purchase account. If it is after trial balance, also same entry will come. It's an error affecting one account or two account. Two-sided errors, you just rectify with the concerned ledger. If it is after final accounts, in the place of purchases, we use which account? P&L adjustment account. Okay, next part. Sales day book was cost short by 1,000. Sales will have which balance? Credit balance. Credit balance கம்மியா போட்டிருக்கும். It's an error affecting only which account? Sales account. It's an error affecting only sales account. Sales as a credit balance. In the credit we have put lesser amount. If I rectify பண்றது on the credit side, lesser amount is there. Credit further. That's what. Sales will be credited with 1,000. If it is before what? Trial balance. If it is before trial balance, just credit the sales with 1,000. If it is after trial balance, என்ன பண்ணுவோம்? Suspense account it to sales. If it is after final accounts, suspense account it to which account? P&L adjustment account. Why? Because sales is which account? Nominal account. Next. Cash paid to Mr. X was posted to his account as what? 100. What is the journal entry for paying cash? X account data to cash. How much you should have debited X? 1,000. How much you posted? 100. How much is not posted? 900. It's an error in which account? X account or cash account or both? X account. So debit X account with 900. இங்க cashல தப்பா போஸ்ட் பண்ணிருக்கான்னு சொல்லு. Look at posted to this account. It's an error affecting only whose account? X's account. நீங்க extra think பண்ணி okay cash தப்பா போஸ்ட் ஆயிருக்கும். அப்போ X account data to cash போடக்கூடாது. It's clearly specified. It is a mistake in posting in whose account? X's account. Adjust only X's account with would be so much? 900. So if it is after trial balance, X account data to suspense account. After final accounts also same entry. Why after final accounts also same entry? No, nominal account. Next. Purchase rupees 3,500 was entered as how much? 500. Was entered as 500. Purchase from T was entered in daily purchase book as rupees 500. Subsidiary book lay mistake பண்ணிருக்கோம். What is the entry we have to pass? Purchase account data to which account? T account. What is not recorded? 3,000 recorded now. After trial balance also same entry. After final accounts instead of purchases we will use which account? Adjustment account. Next. Paid salary 3,000 was wrongly recorded in which account? This account. You should have debited which account? Salary account, but wrongly recorded in wages account. So how to rectify this? Debit salary, credit what was wrongly debited. Salary account data to wages account. Okay. After trial balance, same entry will come. After final accounts, since both are nominal accounts, we can use what? P&L adjustment to P&L adjustment. So no entry we need to pass. Since both are nominal accounts, no entry required. Now, what I'm requesting is, go through example 2. I've given with solution. I've given with which one? Solution. What I'm requesting is, go through the pi number A, B, C, D, E, F. Go through the journal entry that is given. Okay. The last part I will come to it. Effect of errors I will come to it. I request you to go through this error. Go through the rectification entry that is passed. If there is a doubt, please ask me. I will give you 6 questions, 6 lines earlier. Probably take about 5 minutes of time. Go through the thing. Pass journal entry in your mind. Then check with the thing that is given. Just to save the time during revision, I have given with solution certain problems. Returns involved book என்ன book அது? Sales returns என்ன balance இருக்கும்? Debit balance was cost short னு கொடுத்திருக்கோம். Debit balance கம்மியா போட்டிருக்கோம். enter பண்ணிருக்கோம். என்ன பண்ணுவோம்? Debit further. What is entry will pass? Sales returns account data to suspense account. See, if the question is, listen, if the question is silent, assume that errors are rectified after trial balance. After trial balance. So go through all the 6. Solution is also given over there. If there is a doubt, ask me, I will wait.
The example one, the purchase goods from deal could come when you purchase goods for rupees 3,500 entered.
Suspense. If the examination question is silent, assume that errors are rectified after trial balance. No need to pass for all the 3 cases. Assume that the errors are rectified after trial balance and nothing is given. The solution is based on errors are rectified after trial balance. First, returns inward book cast short by 500. Returns inward, nothing but which one? Sales returns will have which balance? Debit balance. It is cast short nu kuduthirukka. Evalu 500. So simple. In debit side, when it is something is less, debited further. What is the entry you will pass? Sales returns account. Data. No need to copy this. It's already given. To which account? Suspense account. Why suspense account? It's an error affecting only that account. How much? 500. Next, many of you pass a journal entry for the next one. Don't pass journal entry for the next one. Wait. 300 received from Ram has been debited to which one? Shyam. When you receive cash, what is the correct one? Don't put journal entry pass panave confuse avum. Which account should have been credited? Ram account should have been credited. Credit which account? Ram account. But what is the mistake we have done? We debited which one? Ram account. Okay. Don't record cash here because you'll have confusion. So credit what has to be credited correctly. Credit what has to be credited correctly. Yaar credit pannu. Ram account credit pannu. 300. By mistake we debited which one? Shyam. How to rectify this? Credit to Shyam. 300. Don't put cash account. Cash is not affected because of the switch account. Suspense account. Data how much? 600. Suspense account data 600. Simple. Ram account should have been debited. Sorry, credited. Credit now. Ram credit credit now. By mistake we debited which one? Shyam. How to remove this? Credit and remove. Credit and remove. So entry is which one? Suspense account data to Ram account and which account? Shyam account. Next one is a common error which you know already. Wages paid for installation of machine debited to which account? Wages account. So we should have debited which one? Machinery debited now. Wrongly debited is wages credited. Next, what is the next one? Purchase 1,500 was posted in the account as how much? 100. Have you posted more amount or less amount? How much short? So purchase account data to suspense account. Purchase account data to suspense account. Purchase account data to suspense account. Then purchase of furniture amounting to 3,000 debited to purchases account. It's a well-known error to us. We should have debited which account? Furniture account data. Which account was wrongly debited? Purchase account was wrongly debited. Credit to cancel. What is the entry? Furniture to purchase. Furniture to purchase. Then goods for purchase for proprietary use has been debited to which account? Purchases account. Okay. Proprietary use na account potukom. Drawings account, but we wrongly debited to purchase account. So what is the entry? Drawings account data to purchase account. Listen, we rectified the error. We rectified the error. In the exam, sometimes they will ask you to prepare suspense account and find out opening balance. Find out which balance? Opening balance. So for this problem, in the notebook, start. Do suspense account. Suspense account. First line gap விட்டுடுங்க. First line, we do not miss the debit balance or credit balance. Let us post the transaction. What is the first transaction? Returns inward account into suspense account. First line gap விடுங்க. By returns inward. How much returns inward? 500. Then what is the next one? Suspense account data to Ram 300 to Sham 300. Then Ram 300, Sham 300. Aprom. What is the next one? Machinery to wages. Will it have a suspense account? No. Purchase account data to which account? Suspense account. It will come as by purchases. 900. Then furniture to purchases will not affect. Drawings to purchases will not affect. That's it. The tally panna to balance brought down. And the balancing for கண்டுபிடிக்க சொல்லுவோம். What is the balancing for that? What is the balancing for 800? Sometimes they will give you the opening balance, ask you to prepare suspense account. They will give you transactions, rectify the error and prepare which account? Suspense account and find out the opening balance. Find out the opening balance.
Balance should not be there for suspense. Closing balance should not be there for.
Not compulsory. Some errors may not be detected, so closing balance can be there. So for sometimes, for example, out of 25 errors, we rectified only 20 errors. The suspense account will not tally. So sometimes they may give you exam questions like that. They will give you opening balance, rectify the error. Normally suspense account will tally. Suppose if it is not tallying also, don't adjust your answer. Because some errors may be what? Left undetected. We won't specify. Or the suspense account. Wait பண்ணுங்க. Because of error, listen. It's the most important topic or point to understand. Listen. Because of the error, profits gets affected or not affected? Error பண்ணா profit affect ஆகுமா affect ஆகாதா? Affect ஆகும். Sometimes yes. Whenever there is a nominal account, profit is affected. Whenever there is a nominal account, profit is affected. When you rectify the error, profit will change. Profit will change. For example, first error பாருங்களேன். Returns onward. Is it a nominal account or personal account or real account? Nominal account. Nominal account debit பண்றோம்னா debit all expenses and losses rule. Wherever nominal account is debited, it will decrease the profit. And the expenses charge பண்ணா என்ன ஆகும்? Debit will be either what? Expenses or income order cancellation, returns. Okay. So when you debit nominal account, profit will decrease. Second, point number B, any nominal account involved? No, it will not affect the profit. Point number C, பாருங்க, we credit nominal account. Now profit will increase. It's a shortcut method. Next, பாருங்க, we debit nominal account. Debit பண்ண என்ன ஆகும்? Profit will decrease. Next, nominal account credit பண்றோம். Credit பண்ண என்ன ஆகும்? Profit will increase. Next என்ன பண்றோம்? Nominal account credit பண்றோம். Profit will increase. It's a shortest possible way. Effect of rectification of errors எப்படி எழுதுறதுன்னா ரொம்ப சிம்பிள். Nominal account debit பண்ணா என்ன ஆகும்? Profit will decrease. Nominal account credit பண்ணா profit will increase. ஒரு அக்கவுண்ட்ல nominal account இல்ல சார். There is no nominal account sir. So it will not affect the profit. For example, point number A பாருங்க. A decrease in profit கொடுத்திருக்கா? Returns in that account is debited. Point number B, no effect on profit. Why no effect on profit? No nominal accounts. Point number C, increases profit. Why increases profit? We credit nominal account. We credit which account? Nominal account. Decrease in profit. Purchase account debit பண்ணிருக்கோம். Next, increase in profit. Why? Purchase account we credited. Nominal account we credited. Increase in profit we credited which account? Nominal account. Simple. Increase alla add panna 5,000. Decrease alla less panna in the amount. So net balance. What is the net balance? 1000, 3000. So all these are increases, all these are decreases in profit. Wait பண்ணுங்க. After rectifying the error, your profit would have increased by how much? 3,600. Are you able to understand how to write this answer? Whenever nominal account is debited in rectification, what do? Debited na, you are reducing the profit. Credited na, you are increasing the profit. It's a shortcut way to answer this question. Example 3 para. Example 3 para. Books of A&Co Limited for the ending 31st March 2023 were closed with the difference of how much? 21,520. That is your suspense account order balance. Okay. The following errors are to be located subsequently. Listen, here errors are rectified when books of accounts are closed. Read the first line. Books of accounts are closed.
After final
accounts, suspense account kuduthirukanga. So in the place of nominal account, we are going to use which account? P&L adjustment account. P&L adjustment account. So what I am requesting is, here also, go through point number A to F and see the rectification entry. Effect of profit also you just do. Don't use the word returns outward. Instead of the word returns outward, என்ன பண்ணணும்? P&L adjustment account அவ்வளவுதான். Coming back, returns, let me discuss. Returns, I'll discuss every point. Returns outward book was under cost by, எவ்வளவு கொடுத்திருக்காங்க? 100 கொடுத்திருக்காங்க. Returns outward book was under cost by 100. Returns outward, debit balance or credit balance? Returns outward is purchase returns or sales returns? Purchase returns. Which balance? Credit balance. Credit balance, we went at a lesser amount. How to rectify? We have to credit further. So what is the entry you will pass? Suspense account data to P&L adjustment account errors are rectified after what? After final accounts. Next part. What is the next one? 1,500 total of discount column on the credit side of cash book. Credit side of cash book, payments irukuma, receipts irukuma. On the credit side of cash book, will you have payments or receipts? Payments. So payment side, which discount will be there? On the payment side, when we pay the money, will you get discount or pay discount? Pay attention. Cash book, listen. Cash book credit side, you will have cash column, bank column, in which column? Credit side, என்ன column இருக்கும்? Discount? Receipt column irukuma, allowed column irukuma? Discount received will be there because while paying money we will what? Receive the discount. We will receive the discount. என்ன சொல்லிருக்காங்க? 1,500 is not posted ன்னு சொல்லிருக்காங்க. Discount received, is it an income or expense? Discount received, is it an income or expense? Income. Income not posted na? Income not posted now, you have to credit. You have to credit. Which one you have to credit? Discount you have to credit. Suspense account data to discount account. Suspense account data to discount account. Instead of discount, we use which account? P&L adjustment account. Once again, I repeat. Credit side of cash book, payments are recorded. In the payment side only, what is recorded? Discount received is recorded. So 100 rupees that is not posted. That how much? 1,500 rupees not posted. Posted now. Next part. What is the next one? 6,000 cost of furniture purchase was debited to purchases account. This is a usual error for us. What is the entry? What is the correct entry? Furniture account data to? What is the? We should have debited which account? Furniture account we should have debited, but wrong and debit பண்ணிருக்கோம். Purchase account debit பண்ணிருக்கோம். Cash பத்தி think பண்ணவே வேண்டாம், think பண்ணா mistake பண்ணுவோம். How to rectify? Furniture account data, instead of purchases, you will put what? To P&L adjustment account. P&L adjustment account. So furniture account data to P&L adjustment account. How much? 6,000. What is the next one? Credit sale of 760 was wrongly posted as credit sale of how much? 760 was wrongly posted as 670 in which account? Customer's account. The mistake is only in which account? Customer's account, not in the sales account, not in the sales account.
In the sales.
In the sales ledger da. Customer account na thappa potirupom. How much you should have debited? 760, but how much you debited actually? 670. Debtors account data 760 potirukonu, but we debited only 670. How much was not debited? 90. Debit now. Debtors account data to suspense account. And in the sales ledger la unga confuse pandradhukaga koduthudu. The mistake is in which one? Customer's account or sales account? Customer's account. Customer should have been debited with 760, but he is debited only with what? 670. Now balance you debit now. Balance you debit now. Next part. Sales was under cost by 10,000, being a carryover mistake in the sales book. Sales was under cost. Sales was under cost. Sales will have which balance? Income, credit balance. Under cost now. In the credit side, we have entered a lesser amount. We have entered a lesser amount. How to rectify? Credit further. Credit further. What is the entry? Suspense account data to suspense account data to sales. Instead of sales, we will use which account? Adjustment account. Then closing stock was overcost by 10,000. Closing stock was overcost by 10,000. Stock will have debit balance credited. Credited. P&L adjustment account data to which account? Closing stock. But otherwise, what is the adjusting entry for closing stock? Closing stock adjusting entry in the plus one plus two closing entry. Closing stock account data to which account? Trading account. Since trading account is a nominal account, in that place what do? We use which account? P&L adjustment account. Suspense account P&L adjustment account you should use. And what is, maybe you would have learned adjusting entries. For example, wages outstanding. What is the entry? Wages account data to wages outstanding. And closing stock entry pass பண்ணுவீங்க. Closing stock account data to which account? Trading account. So instead of trading account, we use which account? P&L adjustment account. So when you prepare the suspense account, this 21,510 will come in the credit side. And the debit or credit on the soul. The 21,510, have they told debit or credit? They have not told debit or credit. So when you tally this, you will get what? The balance. You will get the balance. Adhe mari. Tally panna kandipa.
10,000 போட்டிருக்கு. adjustment and போட்டு. Extra 10,000 suspense போட்டிருக்கு.
Actually, இது வந்து mistake in problem. Mistake in problem. என்ன problemனா? Please change the question. Actually, the 11,110 na. 11,150 தான் இது வராது. Please take out in your handout. Please take out the last 10,000. It will be like 11,110. The question also please change. 11,550. 11,510. Please change it. I told you the logic also. Wherever nominal accounts are credited, increase in profit. First one, increase in profit report. First one, increase in profit. Wait. Effect of errors in determination of net profit. Wait பண்ணுங்க. Question பாருங்க. என்ன கொடுத்திருக்காங்க question? Is it rectification of errors or effect of errors? Look at the question. Is it effect of rectification of error or effect of errors? Because of error, what would have happened? Because of error, what would have happened? சொல்லிருக்கா. அப்ப journal method போட முடியாது. Last questionல because of rectification, what would have happened னு கேட்டிருக்கான். அந்த question கேட்டிருக்கான். Because of error. ரொம்ப simple. Last problem என்ன சொல்லிருக்கான்? When you rectify error, how the profit will change? In this problem, because of the error, what would have happened to profit? Because of the error, what would have happened to profit? Wait பண்ணுங்க. Returns outward was under cost. Purchase returns கம்மியா போட்டு என்ன ஆகும்?
Profit ஜாஸ்தி.
Purchase returns கம்மியா ரெக்கார்ட் பண்ண என்ன ஆகும்? Profit will be more. Profit will be more or less.
Less. Under cost less.
Wait பண்ணுங்க. The question is about effect of errors. Question is about which one? Effect of errors. Effect of errors. Purchase returns. Purchase returns. என்ன balance இருக்கும்? Credit balance. Credit balance. Credit balance of nominal account. Cash short. Cash short are entered less. Credit side lesser amount, nominal account credit side lesser amount enter panna now, it will decrease the profit, it will reduce the profit. Error will reduce the profit. Rectify panna, profit will go up. If you rectify the error, profit will go up. Because of the error, because of the error, what would have happened? It would have reduced the profit. It would have reduced the profit. Next, parangana kuduthirukka. Discount received. Discount received. Discount received. Evala credit irukku? Discount received, what is the credit? Discount received, what is the credit? 1,500 not recorded here.
Reduce.
This will also what? Reduce the profit. It will also reduce the profit. Discount record panna mutta profit will reduce. Next. Purchase of furniture. When you debit to purchase account, purchase account wrongly debited.
It will decrease.
It will reduce the profit. Because purchase is a nominal account, wrong record panna now, profit will reduce because of the error. What is the next one? Point number D, it is a mistake in sales ledger or customer's ledger. Customer's ledger is not a nominal account, profit will not affect, profit will not be affected. Sales is under cost. Sales is under cost. Sales is credit side. Under cost now not recorded. Under cost means not recorded nartham. So if it is under cost, not recorded means it will also what? Reduce the profit. It will reduce the profit. Next paragraph. Closing stock over cost panirkom. Closing stock. Wait panni. Is it a credit item or debit item? Credit item in trading account. It is over cost. Closing stock over account now. When you put more closing stock, what will happen? Profit will increase. Profit will increase. So the question is about impact of error, not rectification. Impact of error, not rectification of error. So they would have given the statement. They would have given the statement. Done? So what I request is, okay, Jayashree ma'am will come and start by 8:45 about a small introduction about what ma'am is going to do about economics kind of a thing. Okay. So after the break, after that particular thing, okay, now have a break for about 30 minutes, have breakfast, then 8:45 to 9:15, Jayashree ma'am will brief you about which one? Economics revision number 1. Number 2, after that, we are going to solve which one? Question number 1 and 2. You are going to try question number 1 and 2. நீங்க தான் ட்ரை பண்ண போறீங்க. For about 5-10 minutes, okay. Question number 1, 10 minutes. Question number 1, 2, 10 minutes and the mari. So, maybe economics ma'am will continue up to 9:15 and the mari. Thereafter, it will take about 15 minutes time for you to complete. 15 minutes time for you to complete. So, after the break, I will meet you by how much? 9:30. 9:30. By the time you should have completed question number 1 and 2. There's no solution. There is no solution. It's like a surprise test or revision in the class for you. I will discuss every point. I will discuss every point, prepare suspense of one, etc. and all we will do. Done. So go for breakfast break and come back. Then we will continue.